powers are legendary. Their origins are unknown. Their methods are extreme.
And the game is on.
LXG, the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Alright guys, it's week 4. It's time to buckle down the hatches, put up that sail, and ride your good players to success, make a run, and get yourself in the playoff contention. It's going to start right around week 7. Promised, we will get to the Willie Beeman right about now. This week we have 4 choices for our Willie Beeman. Again, you still cannot beat Kareem Hunt because now he's 3 weeks and he's done blown up twice. So we really can't give it to him. It's a little too late for him. He'll never actually be the Willie Beeman, but that's okay. We do have Dalvin Cook as one of our people. Also have Devontae Parker, who went for 13 after scoring 8. So his first game, not bad, but and Brandon Cooks, who yes, he was a wide receiver 1 in his career. He's at a new team, new situation, and was making people pretty nervous with an 8 and a 3 the first 2 weeks, as he went off for 27 points. And our last, I think, maybe most intriguing Willie Beeman candidate is Sterling Shepard, who scored 19 points after 4 and 2 his first 2 weeks. Who's getting your vote, Josh?
You know, I really like Cook. I like Dalvin Cook a lot. I thought he's a big breakout candidate this year. But I think for this particular week, I'm going to go with Sterling Shepard. He's a guy I liked a lot last year. Had a good rookie season, 8 touchdowns. But I think he's starting to reemerge in that offense. Kind of Brandon Marshall doesn't look like he has much left in the tank there for New York. So I'm going with Shepard's performances.
I think Sterling Shepard, this might be the beginning of something here, you know. He's still a young guy, you know, he's coming into his own. So yeah, this week's Willie Beeman Player of the Week, Sterling Shepard. Put it in the books. So the first game we're going to preview is YayBoysNSpandex versus Kneecaps. For current projected score of 65-72 favoring the Kneecaps, we're not expecting a lot of fireworks in this one. That being said, I do think Fitz playing San Francisco is going to be a nice setup for Tree, as well as Mariota going to Houston. I'm not as scared as that Houston defense as I think a lot of people are. They haven't looked as good this year. And if Carlos Hyde plays, which is a big if, I guess, at this point, but if he plays, I think he'll do enough at Arizona to help her get the win over Neal, who's got Crabtree going to Denver, Marvin Jones going to Minnesota, and he's still playing the Vinatieri. I mean, come on, man. Get the Colts out your lineup. So, yeah, I'm taking Tree in this one. How about you, Josh?
I went with Kneecaps in this one, actually. That was my pick for the week. I'm worried about Carlos Hyde. I think Fitzgerald's going to have a big game, but I'm not sure about what Carlos Hyde is going to be able to do. A little banged up against Arizona, so I got Kneecaps taking this one down.
Nice. Well, let's see. We're changing up our boom and bust, guys. For those who actually watch the podcast, we're changing up a little bit. We're going to do a boom and bust for every game, one for each team. So for you, Josh, we're going to have a wide receiver special in this matchup. All right. Actually, it's a Jacksonville wide receiver special in this one because they have both. One has Allen Hurns, one has Marcus Lee. So the question is, boom or bust on both of them?
I think Hurns is a bust. I'm not gonna. I still, even after that offensive performance last week in London, I'm not trusting the Jaguars' pass offense at all. So, but I like Marquise Lee for his special teams upside. He does return punts for them as well, so that gives him a little more opportunity to score some points. Hard for me to call him a boom, though. I think anything Jaguars related, except for Leonard Fournette, is a bust. So I'm going bust, double bust on that one.
So would you start Martavis Bryant over Allen Hurns?
I think I would. Yeah.
Would you start Jordan Matthews over Marquise Lee?
Ooh. Ooh. That's ugly. No, I think I'd have to go Lee on that one.
Fair enough. All right, man.
Yeah.
Why don't you kick off your first preview pick here?
So I got what I think is the highest predicted total score of the week, and also one of the closest predicted matchups of the week, and that's Adamah's Llamas versus Nuzzy Futs. Adamah right now predicted to win by 1 point with 101 over Nuzzy Futs' 100. A lot of big players in this game. Nuzzy Futs got the week started off on Thursday with Rogers and Howard for a combined 33 points. But Adamah's got a strong team. You know, he's got McCoy going, he's got Hunt going, he's got Brady going. So this is going to be a real big matchup. For me, I went with Adamah on this one. I think Kareem Hunt continues to impress, continues to be RB1. LaShawn McCoy, just a guy that just gets a ton of volume. So I think that tips the scales there. I'm not really sure if Stephon Diggs for Nuzzy Futs can repeat this week's performance. But I got Adamah winning in a close one here. And what do you think about this matchup?
Man, look, man, you know, I gotta say something about this whole situation with Aaron. Aaron's team's blowing up. And you know what? As I'm sitting there in third place and I'm slowly gonna realize I have to play him and Adamah, they're both gonna kill me when I play them.
Yeah.
I could become a bitter man about it, but I'm not. Because I love both of them. And especially, you know, Aaron is he's like one of the original members of this league. Like, he was an OG member. Me, you, him. You know, we lost Jimmy and Paul. We lost two other people that are original members. But of all the original members, he's like the only one I think that actually hasn't had some playoff success. Hasn't actually tasted the play, or at least been in the hunt. You know, I don't know if Joe's been in the playoffs. I think he was actually. No, Joe. I think Joe was in the playoffs one year. But he's a great guy. I love Aaron, but he, you know, every year something goes wrong. Either he makes a really bad decision, or someone gets hurt on his team. You know, so either way, you know, I don't know if you remember. You actually met, you met him, you know, at the restaurant in Chicago that one night. So he's a good guy. I'm wishing him well, and I'm riding the train, man. I think this is the karma love affair, dude. I think he's got something's going good in his life. Maybe it's his new lady. I don't know. But I'm riding the train with him for now. I'm picking Nuzzy Futs for sure. I think those wide receivers are gonna keep him going. And man, Kareem Hunt has to fall off the train one of these weeks. It's gonna have to happen.
I don't think so, man.
It's gonna have to happen, man. You know, he's only on the field for like 60% of the snaps. You know, he's not on the field all that much anymore. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's gonna have to happen eventually.
All right, so I got a couple wide receiver boom or bust in this matchup for you as well. So looking at Keenan Allen for the Chargers, and also coming back this week, Willie Snead for the Saints. What are your thoughts on those two guys?
Man, Keenan Allen, I got him in a lot of leagues, man, and yeah, I'm riding that train, dude. That's a bust. That's a boom. Riding that train. That's a boom, man. I probably remember who he's playing, but I don't even care. I start Keenan Allen every week with confidence. And again, I'm sure he'll fall flat on his face one of these weeks, but until then, I'm riding it. So I'm calling a boom for that. Man, Willie Snead. Okay, this isn't like Doug Martin coming back. When Doug Martin comes back, I think that's a possibility of being a boom. It might not be, but it's a possibility. A wide receiver 2 or 3 on his own team has to get back in shape, has to get in rhythm. Yeah, I think that's a big bust. If he gets 4 points, I'd be surprised. I really would.
Okay.
You know, I think it's not good. I looked at that matchup, you know, and I saw he has him and then Doug Baldwin, who's questionable. Both of those, I'm not fully on board with his wide receivers. That's why I'm going with the Nuzzy Futs.
Okay. Who you got in your next matchup?
Our next one, we're going to go with our league's very own married couple. The Bag of Ditkas versus Chicago Bears.
Nice.
And in this matchup, we have the story of two sides here. We have Derek Carr going to Denver, which is about as bad as it gets. We have Russell Wilson staying home against Indianapolis, which is about as good as it gets. Yeah. And just pretty much based off of that first thing I saw, Chicago Bears got my pick for this week. But she also does have Julio Jones, Parker, and Thielen all going. Dalvin Cook's going, you know. So, and she's got Arizona defense playing San Francisco. I think it's just too much. You know, he's got the desperation play of Jamal Charles in his RB2. I just don't see that. I don't see that cherry popping. So I think this is going to be Kristin all day.
Yeah, I'm with you. I agree totally with your assessment there. I'm Kristin on that. Chicago Bears beat the Ditkas.
Yeah. So for our boomer busts, I'm calling out one of his big picks here. Travis Kelce after that horrible dud last week.
Nothing.
What do you think? Boomer bust?
I think he comes back in a big.
He's playing Washington on Monday night.
Yeah. I think Kelce comes back in a big way. I think he's too good of a player. He's too much involved in that offense to have 2 bad weeks in a row. So I like Kelce to come back and boom for them this week. That's a game I think you're going to see a lot of points scored, actually. Washington coming off a good performance versus Oakland, Kansas City at home. So I think if you got Redskins or Chiefs players, you play a lot of those for that Monday matchup, especially Kelce if you got him. You can't bench him. He'll boom this week.
You know, I was going to keep doing the Kobe Fleener boomer bust, but she already played her tight end this week. She played, I think, Bennett. So I can't do it. I mean, I could do it, but it's kind of pointless. So no Kobe Fleener love this week. But we will ride the other train. We'll do the Lamar Miller train here. Lamar Miller versus Tennessee. She doesn't necessarily have a really better option on her bench, but she might want to think about investing in something maybe on the waiver wire. But what do you think, man? Lamar Miller this week versus Tennessee.
Yeah, Lamar Miller's a bust this week. Lamar Miller might be a bust for the rest of the season here. They got that rookie Donta Foreman who keeps getting more and more of that timeshare in that backfield. He looks more and more impressive every week. And Tennessee's got a good defense. You know, I think your running backs in this matchup on both sides is going to be a little bit iffy this week. But I think, I'd probably bench Miller this week, actually, if I had another option.
All right, what's your next one, Josh?
So in the next matchup, I have your squad, OG Billy WitchDoctor, going against Heinrich Maneuver. Right now, you're actually favored to win this week, which I think might be the first time all season.
I don't like it, man. I don't like being favored. That's a bad sign. I'm a Billy WitchDoctor, okay? That means I'm not supposed to be, favored, but see what happens.
Yeah, you're projected for 94 versus Heinrich Maneuver's 83. I'm a little worried. A couple of players on your squad, Jay Ajayi, he did practice yesterday fully, but he's a weird week. He's going to London, so they got that early slate. So, if he ends up being a game time decision, you might not be able to replace him in your lineup because he'll lock he'll lock early in the morning playing in London. So that tips the scales there. Also, Pittsburgh's defense. I think Pittsburgh's defense could get really shredded this week on the road. So that tips the scales for me towards Heinrich Maneuver. And again, because you're favored, I think you will lose. So because you only seem to like the come from behind wins. I'm assuming you're picking yourself, but do you have any surprises for us here, Jeremy?
Well, no, it's not a surprise. It's just that I have a fault in your logic that may curve this whole plan of yours. You think that, the London game starts really early in the morning, and maybe I won't wake up to change my roster. You don't realize I'm in Japan, man. That game starts at like 10:30 at night for me. That's prime time. I'm gonna be wide awake for that one. Okay, it's the noon games. Those are like 2. That's like 2 in the morning for me. Those ones are hard to figure out sometimes. But don't worry. If Jay Ajayi doesn't play, I'll be fine, man. I will know. And you also don't realize. Yeah, if it's iffy week, it's going to London. But you might not realize this. Jay Ajayi was born in London, man. This is like his homecoming game. So again, your logic, you made a good argument, but there's a couple holes in that one, buddy. It's a couple holes. Just saying. Yeah, I'm taking myself, of course. Even though I'm favored, which means I'm probably going to lose by 25.
Yep.
I'm taking myself, going for the 4-0.
First one for Heinrich maneuver, I have Christian McCaffrey as boomer bust pick, and then also my pick out of your team would be Jared Goff. See what you think about him this week.
You know, man, Christian McCaffrey, you know, I don't know why I still am, but I still am. You know, hey, I'm not a blind believer in Cam Newton. There's just some part inside of me that's still like, my brain knows his shoulder's shot to hell, and I have no faith in him here. But right here, man, I got faith, man. I'm like, Cam's going to pull it out. Going to New England, he's going to get it. And if he's going to get it, it's going to be with Christian McCaffrey. So, and they're going to have to score. Carolina's got a really good defense. They'll keep it respectable. You know, it's not going to be like last week against the Texans. It'll probably be in the 30s, not the 40s. But there's still going to be a lot of points. So, yeah, I think McCaffrey's going to boom pretty good this week. Maybe even break 20. That's pushing it, but I think he'll definitely break 16. Somewhere right around there, 16-22. As for Jared Goff, oh, man. When I picked him up, that was under the premise that the news of Sammy Watkins is he's going to play. That's kind of like that's a general thought. And as long as that happens, I think it's going to be a boom. I think, you know, let's say a quarterback boom's like 18 points. I think it's going to happen. I think he'll get like 18-21. And Kaiser might have as well, but that Bengals defense, I know their record's not good, but that Bengals defense isn't bad. They're getting back their middle linebacker. Pac-Man Jones is getting a little healthier. Like they're getting better, so yeah, I don't want any part of that. I rode the Deshaun Kaiser train last week. It was a thrilling ride. Trust me. Like 4 picks, a fumble. It's a thrilling ride.
Yeah.
But
they got 24 points. Though.
Yeah. But I'm getting off the train for 1 week, at least, in this league. We'll see what happens next week.
All right.
My next one here, I'll go ahead and do you as well. We have the Dirty Slovaks versus Chitown Beatdown. And actually, I gotta be honest, I was redoing my notes this morning to get ready for this. And I ended up circling the Dirty Slovaks as my pick, because that's who I thought I picked when I looked at the teams. And then I looked at my picks online when I came home and said, what? I actually picked Josh? What was I thinking?
You got to get off the side sometime. I mean,
thinking. But then I thought about it. Again, in my mind, this was like, every week I say there's going to be one really close game. To me, I think this is going to be the closest game. I really do think it is. Not necessarily, it might even be like a 7-point swing between you two, but it's going to be like one big play. You know?
Yeah. Because
you have Ben Roethlisberger away from home. It doesn't really matter where he's playing. It's away from home, which is just a red card. But it's also at Baltimore. That's a tough place for him. And then you got Newton. Again, he's playing New England. There's going to be points. But who's going to score him? How's it going to happen? I don't have a lot. I have faith here, but here I have no faith. And then, again, you have Carson and Murray going. Both could be big. Both could be nothing. Like they're so big. It's such a big question mark. While his running backs, Bell and Anderson, I think they'll have a better punch. But yeah, Jordy Nelson. And I'm pretty sure that's probably why I ended up picking you, because I'm a Homer Packer fan. And he got you off to a good start. He got you off to a really nice start on Monday night. So I picked you. Who are you going with in this matchup, Josh?
I also picked me. So not a lot of explanation necessary. But I like my wide receiver matchups this week. I like Carson to have a big game for Seattle versus Indy at home. So those are my swings there.
All right. Well, this is my quarterback boom or bust for this game, both sides.
Yeah.
I mean, okay. I gotta ask you, how much faith do you really have in Cam Newton at this point?
Yeah, I don't know. I just keep hoping that he just needs another week to get that shoulder ready. You know what I mean? I'm hoping he booms this week. I mean, if he doesn't do it this week against the worst defense in the league and the highest scoring offense in the league, then I might have to really start looking at another alternative here. But he's a boom for me.
Get on the Kaiser Suicide Express.
Yeah.
It's a fun ride, man. I'm telling you. It's just a little bit scary.
Yeah. And And like you said, Roethlisberger on the road, it doesn't matter where he goes to play. He's just not the same quarterback on the road. So he's got bust. Anytime he plays on the road nowadays, he's got bust written all over him for me. So
I guess here's the call then. Would you play Wentz over him this week?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'd probably play Wentz every week just for volume. Wentz is, I mean, they throw the ball. Even when they're trying to run the ball, they throw the ball. So Wentz has got incredible upside every week because of his volume. He'd be my starter, I think, on that one.
Yeah, I see. All right, man, knock out your last one real fast, bud.
All right, and my last matchup, I got Joeski going excuses start soon. Joeski projected to win by 9 points, 87-78. Joeski's got Matt Stafford and AJ Green on his side. And excuses start soon. While he's got Drew Brees expected for 22 points, I am a little bit worried about Carolina's defense going up against New England this week. And also Frank Gore going against Seattle, in Seattle. I don't know how I feel about that. So I think the scales tip towards Joeski this week. Sorry, Matt, but I think you're going down, bud.
Yeah, I'm on board with that pick too. Yeah, I looked at it up and down. That was probably the fastest decision I had when I looked at him. That has Joeski written all over it. It's just a rough week for Matt, man. Just the matchups. Nothing looks good, really. No. So yeah, Joeski this week for me too. What's your boom bust for that one?
So first one is going to be Jimmy Graham. Does he get right this week? And also Deshaun Jackson. Those are my picks out of this one.
They're going against the Giants. The Giants have, they had a really good defense last year. This year it's been, middle of the road, it seems. But I think they know him from when he went to the Skins and when he was at the Eagles. Yeah. So they're plenty familiar with Deshaun Jackson. They're pretty. I know that they know what he can do. They're gonna have enough respect for him. I think they're gonna keep him under control. And if he doesn't get a touchdown, he's not gonna boom. He's not gonna guy who's gonna get it on yardage alone. So I think he'll end up like with maybe one big catch, one medium catch, like 50 yards. So a top end bust, like a top end bust, like 5 or 6 points. Like in this league, that's okay for your wide receiver 3. That's not gonna kill you. But yeah, nothing to talk about really. Man, for Jimmy Graham, he didn't get. Last week was not bad for him. He had that 1 week. His second week was bad. Last week was okay. Especially for the tight ends this year, last week was pretty good. Yeah. So, again, we set the boom at tight ends for 11 points? No, 10 points. Yeah. I'll give it to him. Yeah, I kind of think I can see him getting a touchdown in 45 yards, going off for 12 points. I can see it happening. Again, they're playing Indianapolis, man. They can pass the ball on them. Doug Baldwin's banged up. Someone's got to catch the ball. Yeah, I think he's going to boom.
All right.
All right, our last pick'em for the week is the Barbarians versus Carlos. Craig is currently favored 93-88. And I think that prediction will go up a little bit because he is going to put Jarvis Landry and Joe Mixon into his lineup at some point today or tomorrow morning. If he doesn't, I'll do it for him because I've talked to him. He wants him in. But he's in China. And if you don't know anything about China, I'm dead serious. Yahoo is illegal in half the country. I don't understand why. It just is. So, if he's in an internet cafe where they don't let you go to Yahoo, I'll have to fix it for him. But he does want those guys in. They're going to be in. And that's a game changer. Mixon's actually going to get the ball this week. Jarvis Landry's he's playing New Orleans.
Yep.
So, yeah. And he still has Freeman. He's got Seattle's defense playing in Indianapolis without luck. So, yeah, this has got Craig written all over it for me. Carlos's best receiver is T.Y. Hilton. I've already said 4 times this show. You know how I feel about the Colts. They're playing Seattle. That's not going to be good. And though he does have Fournette and Jacksonville defense playing the Jets. So, I mean, there's a chance. You know, this isn't like this isn't open and as closed as the last match that we talked about. I think there's a slim chance of hope here, but I think this is going to be Craig. So I picked the Barbarians.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Yeah, it's hard. You know, seasons past, you could always pick a team going against the Jets, but the Jets have been just like game wreckers this year. You know, you think they're going to be just awful, and then all of a sudden they score, 24, 26 points on your defense to give you a solid 2. You know, so I'm not as confident starting defenses against the Jets as I was in the past. I think that should be a iffy matchup. I like Craig getting over Carlo.
Yeah. Okay, my boom or bust for this one is one of the people I just mentioned, Jarvis Landry, going to London, playing New Orleans.
Yep.
What do you think? Boom or bust on that one?
I think you can go boom on that. I think anybody playing the Saints defense has potential to boom. Adam Gase came out and said he was tired of the garbage offense that he saw on display last week against the aforementioned Jets. So I think you're going to see some changes there, some things that really play into Cutler's strength. So I think Landry's gets a lot of targets this week. So, yeah, boom him.
Nice. And then my last one this will be for Carlos here. Boom or bust on Benjamin Watson.
Ooh. Boom or bust. 10 points. The question is, does he find the end zone, I guess, this week? That's the big question. Because he's going to see probably 7 or 8 targets, right? I mean, they love to throw it to the tight end in Baltimore. Flacco still can't get it down the field. So does he find the end zone against the Steelers? Yeah, why not? Let's go boom for a Ben Watson this week.
Nice. All right, man. That's going to wrap up the picks. We didn't get a chance to cover our booms or busts from last week's show. I got a little busy this week, and I forgot I didn't have time to go back and write everything down. So we're going to have to do a double recap of our booms or busts next week. But I did have enough time to track down and write down last week's record for the picks. I'm just going to do this a couple times. Pull my real nice and fancy. Take my time to cherish these numbers that are in front of me. As we'll start at the bottom. Let's start at the bottom. Neil, who's still playing with us, thanks a lot, buddy. He went 2-5 his second week in it, so not so bad. He just did, not so good. He did the same as you the first week, went 2-5. You went 3-4. So after last week's nice performance, he kind of teetered back down a little bit. Adamah did pretty nice, 4-3. So it's decent. He beat the odds, so to say. But oh man, yours truly, 6-1, buddy, 6-1. And you know what? And if I wouldn't have lost hope, I lost hope in Kristin, man. I did. I lost faith. I got off the train too soon, and it cost me. I would have been perfect. Would have been 7-0, but I got off the train one stop too early. So this week, 6-1. With a clear lead at this point over everyone to Pick'ems. So we'll see how long that lasts.
It's early. Just relax over there.
All right, guys. Have a good weekend. Enjoy the games. Let's see who wins these, and let's see how many winless teams we'll still have come Monday night.
Shut up. Good luck in week 4, everybody. Suck it, Jeremy.
Take it easy, guys.
All right, man. I'll see you. Take care.